Afternoon, everybody. How's it going today? Coffee guy here. I'm a little wired right now, so if I'm all over the place, that's why. I've had 3 cups of coffee, which is, for me, with my coffee cup, because it is equals to almost an entire pot of coffee. But I want to talk to you guys about human nature. Human nature tells us we watch out for ourselves, we watch out for our health, we watch out for those around us. But this is where my fellow Southern gentlemen who were raised to put ourselves last and our families first. Why is it as humans we tend to do that, put ourselves last when it comes to the important things like our health? I'm talking to you guys out there. Women in our lives care very much about what we do, and our families care about us, but as guys who are raised on Southern values, we tend to put ourselves last. For example, I didn't find out until later, much later in life, that I had Parkinson's disease. And that's because I ignored the signs and the warnings and everything, because I put my family above my own self. My job was to provide, to be the provider, the breadwinner, the moneymaker, the provider, the protector, the alpha male. As a result, I ignored it, and as a result of that, my symptoms got worse, and when they could have been managed with medication. Now, I'm not saying I'm upset about it or complaining about it, because if I had to do it over again, I'd still do the same thing. Because at the end of the day, my family is very important to me. My kids, my spouse, my life, everything is important to me, except myself. Yeah, I'm important to myself to a certain extent, but I was raised to put family first, to put God first, family second, and everything else third and fourth, fifth and sixth and seventh. You get the idea. So why is it as men who are raised in Southern values, we tend to ignore ourselves? Because that's how we were raised. To us Southern men, there's nothing more important than our families, except for God. God is very important. Like I said, if it seems like I'm all over the place, it's just I'm wired from 3 cups of coffee and everything, but I digress. I mean, what started out as a slight tremor had much earlier signs and symptoms that I didn't notice for your early onset Parkinson's, young onset Parkinson's. I ignored all the signs and symptoms because I figured, well, I'm the guy, I'm the breadwinner, I'm supposed to take care of my family. And maybe if I ignore it, it'll go away. Boy, was that wrong. But like I said, nothing is more important than my family, except God. God is the most important of all things. And then again, if I had to do it over again, I would do it over again. I'm sorry if it seemed random or seemed all over the place. Again, I didn't plan out what I was going to say. I'm learning about vlogging as I go along. But I have a question for my fellow Southern men. Do you guys care about your health too, or no? Or do you just care more about providing for your family, like I did, and making sure? And so providing for my family took the priority over my own health, because I was prioritizing their needs, their wants, their desires, their own well-being above my own, which is the way it should be. A man's job is to take care of his family. I realize these are very, in today's society and day and age, that my values are very archaic and very traditional. But that's because I don't know any other way. That's how I was raised. I mean, each culture is different. I mean, each culture has their own values, their own beliefs, their own systems, their own way of doing things. And I respect each and every one of those cultures. But if to people like me, the Southern man, who was raised with Southern values, my family came first, under God, that is. God comes first again, and then family, and everything else. But anyways, again, if I had it to do over again, I still would do the same thing. Because my family is important to me. I made a lot of mistakes in my lifetime, and I'm not saying I haven't. I'm not saying I'm perfect. But I just do the best I can with what I have. Which, right now, is not a lot. But anyways, I was raised with traditional Southern values, and that's all I know. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Put God first, family second, everything else third and fourth and fifth, and so on and so forth. Anyone else out there raised like I was? Well, thanks, and take care, and God bless, and I'll upload another vlog tomorrow. As I figure out these vlogs more, and figure out how they work and what to say, what to do, I'll get better along the way. So just bear with me, and that's it for now. Thanks, take care.